Welcome to Spintown, Spintown. Creepers in the blue and gold. Spintown, Spintown. The Grim Reaper's gonna get your soul. In the cobble pit you get your soul. Don't even try resisting in Spintown. Spintown!
Welcome to Spintown, everyone. I am here with 8-Bit Hero, or Jack, if you want to call him. He's sitting down there on the hub that he designed, right, Jack?
I made this. It took me about, I don't know, an hour, something like that. Maybe a bit longer than that, but maybe a bit.
I gotta admit, I really like the color scheme. How'd you come up with that?
Well, actually, funnily enough, that was your idea. I asked what you wanted, and you were like, give me brick and wood. I don't even think you said wood.
I don't.
Yeah. Idea.
I think
you just said use brick.
Yeah, I think I limited you to like the blue, yellow, black, white, and then gray. So anything gray. And the reason
Got a little extra.
Huh?
Got a little extra. Yeah,
he snuck some wood in there. He fought me on that and convinced me to leave it. Then the obsidian, which, you know, I can't believe I let him do that.
That's fantastic.
In the end, it turned out well. I like it. It's a very simple hub, but it serves its function. And you know, he could have done a lot more, but you know, I had his hands tied.
I wanted
most of the
to
process.
make it fancy. I wanted to put flags everywhere, and there was going to be like barriers and stuff.
Yeah, like I said, I tied his hands a lot. He would have went and made this more grandiose, I guess. If it was up to him. But anyways, you're probably wondering what the hell the hub's for, because I haven't even mentioned that. This hub is for my public server, and it's just a simple parkour server. You will not have like any other creative, survival, factions, any games on here. It's strictly parkour. And it's a server where the sole purpose of the server is to make you quit. Okay? If you come on this server and play, I want you to fail miserably and never want to play here again. But I do want you to tell your friends so they can come fail miserably and then never play again as well. So, yeah, it's not something I built for you to have fun. This is not a fun server. If I see you having fun, I might have Jack ban you, because he is also a moderator, I believe.
Yeah, no fun allowed, sorry.
Yeah.
If you want fun, go play on
Scotland Studios.
Server.
Or
Scotland
Creeperwood
Studios.
or something. Yeah. Or Overcast Network. I'll kill you over there.
The most fun server around.
Actually, they're running pretty good right now. They got the games working, their factions is working really well, creative. I mean, not as ton of people over there right now, but they've worked out a lot of the kinks they had finally.
But do they have crazy hard parkour?
Yes, they do.
Yes,
I built
they do. But you could also find it over here.
And you can find more of it here and better parkour. Okay, because you know I was kind of slacking when I built the Scotland Studios parkour. This is even better. And when I say better, I mean harder. But the way it works is you will spawn right here in the middle of this hub, right here. And then you can pick one of 3 courses right now. There will be a 4th eventually. I'm not going to say when exactly. Probably not until Minecraft gives me some new blocks to work with. But for right now, you got the yellow course, the blue course, and the black course. They're open and ready for you to try out. The black course has not finished its testing, so after I see how people do on it, I might rearrange some things, but it is open for you to try. And one of the things that I noticed over at Scotland Studios with the parkour is I get a lot of people asking how to do things or wanting to TP to me to watch their friends do it. So you have this little viewing platform right here that takes you to this little pathway, and you can just go watch your friends parkour if you're too bad to do the parkour yourself. And if you want help on how to do the parkour, you can no longer ask me. I will not demonstrate for you anymore. I used to do that all the time on Scotland Studios. Now you can just go to the website for Spinkour, which will be in the description, and you can watch a tutorial on how to do the parkour. I'm making those right now. The blue course has a tutorial that's pretty much completely done now. And I'm going to start working on the yellow one next. So, yeah. A lot less work for me. I like that.
Well, you say a lot less work. Now you actually have to, do everything.
Well, I've already done the blue. Seriously, the people who have trouble with the blue course, I mean, that's sad. That's way easier than I thought it was. I did almost all of it, like, really quickly, except for the last 2. The last 2 are the hard parts. Everything else you should be able to fly through. I mean, you know how I say this server is meant to, discourage you and make you quit and rage and all that?
Hence the signs.
You don't deserve to be on this server if you can't get through at least the first half of the blue course. And Jack mentions the signs, and he's right. I have signs placed. They're demotivational because, again, I want you to fail. Throughout the course, you'll just find signs there meant to discourage you. When you die, if you fall or if you just burn to death or something, every time you die, there's going to be a custom death message that will make fun of you. So anything I can do to discourage you from being successful on this server, I will do it. So I challenge you all, though. Come on. See, prove me wrong. I say you can't do my parkour. I say your skills are not up to the level of my parkour building skills. And I would love to see somebody try to prove me wrong. Make a video, link me to it on Twitter. I will eat my words. I will make a video in your honor, just praising your abilities. A video dedicated just to that if you can finish my parkour courses. And that's not just one. You got to do all 3 if you want that, because, I don't want to make a video for you. But, yeah, I will do it, though. Now, let's see. I mentioned the website. Okay, yes, the website has tutorials. It has the staff. It has the rules, a few other things on it. So check that out. But the rules are also in your inventory. You have a book there with all the rules on it. You have rules over on this bulletin board right here. So there's no excuse for not knowing the rules. And because the rules are so in your face on this server, there's really no appeals. If you get banned or muted for something, whether it's by me or my staff, you're just banned or muted. Don't bother arguing, okay? My staff are pretty much all friends of mine, so I trust their judgment. If you're being a dick, they can handle it, okay?
Our words are final.
Yes. Let's see, is there anything else I got to mention real quick? The other boards, one of them, let's see. Rules, we already went over the rule board.
Gotta thank Ben.
Oh, I will do that. I got to talk about Ben and also Jake because he helped start the server. But let's go with the boards first, get this out of the way. This right here just goes ahead and tells you the staff, but that's on the website as well. Over here, just a few of the commands and tips, okay? If you're on the parkour, you join it by going over this sign right here or one of the other two. You just right-click it. And if you want to leave, let me join. There's a tree, a sapling. You can just shift and click it, and it'll let you leave the course. But you can also type /PA leave. So there are multiple ways to get off the course. So if you're stuck, just pay attention around you, because it even rolls around in the chat after about 5 minutes. There's an automated message that says type PA leave if you're a quitter. And that's what you are if you quit. You're a quitter, and I win and you lose. The other board, I think that's it. I think the other one's just like an update on what the courses are. Like the blue one, I think the board says it's completely open, yellow's open, and then the black's in testing. Now, as for Jack, you built the hub, and what else did you do?
I did a lot of testing, several hours. A lot of dying repeatedly. But it was pretty fun. You'll enjoy it at least. And then if you're a sad and weird person like me,
you know what? The last time you were testing, and you did not seem to enjoy it. Matter of fact, you said you didn't like doing the testing. So I think you're lying to the viewers right now.
You have to be, it's like being a car salesman. You have to be generous with the truth if you want people to come on.
Well, you know what? I want them to come on, but I don't want them to stay, so you don't have to be all that generous with the truth.
All right. Speaking of not staying, you should tell them about the button.
The button, yes. Okay. I'm not going to tell you exactly what this button does, but it's really important that you don't touch it, okay? It causes really bad things to happen, okay? So whatever you do, never touch this button, okay? It's just here to sit and look pretty, okay? There's no reason for you to touch it at all, and there's a lot of reasons for you not to touch it, okay? Just don't do it. Yeah, aside from testing and building the hub, there was one other thing that you did. You were the first person basically to break my server. How did you do that?
That was quite fun. Well, you see, here we go. Story time with 8-Bit, everybody. Let's go through this. There was a moment whilst we were making a parkour where Spin needed 2 standalone singular blocks of water that weren't flowing.
Yes.
Just sort of sitting there as a block. And I said I could weld that in. turns out it's a little harder to edit in than I thought, and and I flooded the entire server with this massive cylinder of just water, and we couldn't I couldn't do / undo because it would just crash the server immediately. So I had to go around stripping it slice by slice, sort of how you'd cut up a cake. And then it got super laggy at one point, so we were just placing sponge, and that took a few hours to clear out, but it was cool looking at least.
Yeah, it was cool looking, and I have video how Jack destroyed my server, the big giant sphere that he created. So I will post that at the end of this video. So if you ever need help, copying, pasting things, or using World Edit, Jack is not the first person you should go to. I've learned to go to Javier when I need that most of the time now. But I guess it's the thought that counts. He was trying to help. He didn't mean to destroy the server.
Oh, but you telling me that you'd rather have Mexican slave labor than myself?
Wait a second. What point in the history of my YouTube channel have I ever said anything about being against any kind of slave labor?
It's a very good point.
I am completely pro slave labor when it comes to Minecraft. Okay.
My prices are higher anyway.
I'm not totally against it in real life either. It just depends.
Okay then. There's also been a couple bans already. Some people don't even know this server exists, but there's already been people that's been banned off it.
Yeah. Okay. Let me talk about Jake and Ben both before we get into the bans. Then, when I wanted to start this server, Jake Stuntajai, the server manager currently for Scotland Studios, volunteered to help me out because I had no experience setting up a server, working with plugins, or anything like that. And it was going to be a pretty simple server to set up. Again, it's just parkour. So he volunteered to walk me through the process, help with getting, your IP and domain and that kind of stuff. And then his computer went kaput. He had no computer, and I'm sitting around for a month or longer just waiting. I'm kind of nothing for me to do aside from build parkour. I can't open the server because it's not done. And I eventually had to say, okay, Jake, you're fired. Through no fault of his own. No fault of his own. He helped a lot with the initial setup of the server. But because he had no computer there for a while, I wanted to get this thing up in public because I was paying for this shit, okay? So it annoyed me every time I had to make a payment and the server's not up. So I got Ben to help out. I paid him a little bit to finish up what Jake started. He did some custom plugin work for me. And yeah, so he finished it relatively quickly when he had time. There was a time where he had some testing to go through, so I ended up having to wait on Ben too. Again, just bad timing because, school's got to come first, guys. Stay in school. Okay? It's important. That way you can be a McDonald's manager instead of actually sitting there at the drive-thru part, all day. But yeah, so Ben was working on the server, I guess, one day, and Jack was here, and they invited somebody on the server when it was whitelisted. Who was that, Jack?
That was Tess. That was may know her as Wild Rose. We did the other video with her. She came on and then she got banned for breaking things.
Well, it wasn't just because she was breaking things. She wasn't supposed to be here.
Well, she got exclusive, insider look, you see on the magazines and everything. She got that.
But anyways, nobody was supposed to be on the server unless I whitelisted them or approved it. And when I saw that she was whitelisted or heard about it, I just banned her on the spot. She's unbanned now because it's public server now. But I also banned Ben. I saw he had whitelisted an alt account. I didn't know it was his alt account, but, I had to teach him a lesson. He whitelisted an account and he shouldn't have. So I banned it. So I've already banned my server manager. Think of what I'll do to you guys if you get out of line.
Ben has many alts. He's a man of many alts. I bet half the people playing Minecraft right now is actually secretly Ben.
It could be. But I think I've went over everything now. Can you think of something I didn't talk about?
I think we've covered everything. Come play some parkour and stay for a few minutes and then never play it again probably.
Yeah, like Jack said, come over, try it, fail, tell your friends so they can come fail, and then don't come back. I mean, once I've seen you fail once, I really don't want to hang around with you because you're a failure at this point. Okay? I don't like to hang around with failures. Aside from Javier, I guess. But yeah, come out, give it a try. Here soon, I think we're gonna have a video up on Zach's channel, so you might get to see a little bit more about this here soon on his channel. Maybe Zach will try to do some of the parkour. I'll give him fly mode though, because ever since he tried the American Gladiators course, he hasn't fully recovered. He just every now and then when he comes to do parkour video, he just he cheats constantly now. He had enough on the Gladiators, so. But anyways, thanks for being here, Jack. I appreciate it, and thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next Monday.